Shalom Mashpaka. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Kalala Abba Yaba Shema Mashaki Yaba Shabaraka Tamta Whatever Hadawa Ya Kalala Ya. I want to go over a precept and meditate on it real quickly for you all tonight. We're going to be meditating on 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11. You see, this, I believe, is a very underrated precept because not too many people are sticking to their own business, minding their own business, and working with their own talents and abilities. Not only that, not too many people are minding their business. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody's butting in to things that aren't pertaining to them. And I believe this precept by Paul, aka Aksha'al Pa'al, is very rudimentary to such a skill. It's a rudiment of wisdom that we must practice more in our lives. Let's continue on with this particular precept. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11. And that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you. So, study to be quiet. A fool constantly talks. A fool constantly runs their mouth. And no matter how wise you are, Mashpaka, no matter how much knowledge you have obtained or how skillful you are in practicality, if you run your mouth long enough, you're going to say something foolish. If you're constantly babbling, you're going to say something foolish. Study to be quiet. We should be meditating on the precepts daily. We should be reading the precepts from this holy manuscript daily. It should be constantly on our mind. We should take time out of our day to read and meditate on the precepts. So that way we know how to be silent when we need to be silent and we're not constantly running off at the mouth. Not only focusing on such discipline will help us not say the wrong things. It will also help us to mind our own business. Yeah, mind our own business and work diligently in our own affairs, not being busybodies out here, getting involved in every type of drama there is under the sun. Not having to put our 2 cents into things that don't directly pertain to us. Study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands. That's a very diligent mindset to have. Obtain knowledge, be silent, mind your business, work with your own abilities and your own strength that the Most High has blessed you with. As we commanded you. Yeah, this is indeed a law. See, Brother Paul here isn't just talking in this epistle. This is indeed in the law. To study, to be quiet, to do our own business, and to work with our own hands. This is indeed a commandment. See, what many people don't realize about Brother Paul, aka Akpa'al, is that he was a Pharisee before Yahushua commissioned him to be an apostle. Aksha'al was a doctor of Yahweh's law. Therefore, in his eloquent writings, in his epistles, he interpreted the law in various ways of his eloquence, of his vocabulary, of his intelligence. So, as we are learned and guided by the Holy Spirit, we will see the law encoded in a lot of his writings, all throughout his epistles. The law is there. I'm going to show y'all in a minute. Don't worry. I will show you how this is indeed the law. See, this is why you have to be weaned off the milk before you start delving into Paul's epistles, because many people are delving into Paul's epistles and placing destruction upon themselves because they're unlearned and they're unstable and they twist up what he's saying. You have many unlearned individuals in the religious realm that run to Paul's epistles to justify not keeping the law. You have other unlearned and unstable individuals that claim that Paul is blasphemous, and they completely do away with his epistles. It's mainly those who are in the unlearned doctrine of being Old Testament only, not knowing that the quote unquote New Testament and Old Testament mirror each other. You will find the law, Thorara, you will find that all throughout the New Testament. And I'm going to show that to you all in this segment here in a second. So going back here to 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 11, Aksha'al tells us, and to study to be quiet, and to do your own business, and to work with your own hands, as we commanded you. So we're going to find this in one precept within the law to show that it is exactly the law. Let's go ahead and go to it. Right here. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 9. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy son's son. Taking heed to yourself, yeah, studying to be quiet is taking heed to yourself. Going about your own business, doing your own business is taking heed to yourself. Working with your own hands is also taking heed to yourself. Not to mention, studying to be quiet is also keeping your soul diligently. Doing your own business is also diligence. Having your soul within the discipline and act of diligence. Working with your own hands is also exercising diligence upon your soul. And making this a practice, a discipline, so that you don't forget what the Most High have shown you in such a discipline, in such an act of rudimentary concentration. You won't forget those things at all. It won't depart from your mind. And you'll be able to teach them to your next generations. So only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently. All correlates to what? 1 Thessalonians 4:11. And that ye study to be quiet, keep thy soul diligently. Take heed to yourself and to do your own business. Keep thy soul diligently. Take heed to thyself and to work with your own hands. Keep thy soul diligently. Take heed to thyself as we commanded you. So here we see that Aksha'al and his writing here in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11 is encoded with the law. I'll leave it there. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Shalom.